the first time ever, Valtteri Bottas wins the Grand Prix. It's Bottas who takes it in Russia.
He won it off the start and kept his head under the most extreme pressure.
They're going to have to go wheel-to-wheel through Brooklands, and somehow Bottas is staying ahead, but he's got a bit too deep. And Hamilton through Luffield. Can he take the lead of the British Grand Prix? Bottas, though, is going to come back at him through Copse. Bottas retakes the lead. Wow! When he sees the checkered flag, he knows that he's the number one in Albert Park today. It's Valtteri Bottas who wins the Australian Grand Prix, and he wins it by a distance.
Yes! I think again it's a nice moment to thank my critics, to whom it may concern. You.
Valtteri, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
How about that audio highlights? Great memories for you.
Yeah, great memories. Actually, now 5 years ago, I believe. It was a good moment.
Yeah, so do you like the Melbourne circuit?
I do. It's a great circuit, and not just the circuit, but the whole weekend, the atmosphere nowadays with the race being sold out and everything. It's pretty awesome to be here.
2019, you won it. Realistically, what are your chances this year?
Realistically, it's not the same chances as 5 years ago, but we did have a difficult first couple of races, but we've got some upgrades for this weekend. So realistically, I will be fighting for points. That is my target.
So the target is obviously a podium finish then, yeah?
Yeah, of course. Why not?
Valtteri, what is it about Red Bull? What is it about that car and that driver which is so dominant at the moment?
It's I think in this sport every now and then we see phases of domination, and now it is the Red Bull era. I think they have just got things right in terms of the right people, the right facilities, the right driver to drive the fastest car on the grid. So yeah, I mean they are clearly doing things better than other teams, and kind of one step ahead in terms of the technical development, it seems.
In terms of that, the technical development, does anyone know what it is they've actually got that nobody else has?
No. I think if everyone would know, everyone could try and do the same. So I think it's a combination of aero performance and mechanical performance that's what's under the hood.
But your team must be working 24 hours a day to try and bridge that gap.
Of course. I mean, this sport never stops, so everyone is always improving, and we made a really decent step from last year to this year with completely new car, and also this weekend we've got another step into the right direction. So this sport never really stops.
Is it frustrating knowing that Max has a much faster car? How do you overcome that in your own mind when you are racing with him?
I just focus on my race. That's the thing you have to do in this sport. You don't focus on other teams or which car they have. You try to maximize your performance, your own team's performance, and go from there.
Is it an achievement to be the best of the rest behind Red Bull?
At the moment, yes, it is. That's how the sport is.
What is it you like about the track so much?
I like that it's quite technical, and nowadays actually with the track modifications that happened a couple of years ago, it's fast, it's quite a high-speed track, and now it's better for racing as well. So it's that technical and high-speed aspect I really enjoy.
Valtteri Bottas is with us. You won 10 GPs. Just walk us through the feeling when you cross the finish line to the checkered flag. What does that feel like?
If you're winning, yeah, obviously it's a awesome feeling, and something you always miss if you're not getting that result. But it's quite hard to describe, because it's obviously so much work goes into it, and since actually that you're a small kid, you start dreaming about it, and when it actually happens, it's kind of surreal.
I was trying to think, maybe it's like scoring a winning goal in a football match or something, but that's just an isolated moment, because it involves, as you say, all the preparation and the hours and then the actual drive itself. Yeah. So, yeah, it'd be, well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's like a Tour de France win or something like that.
Yeah. It's pretty big deal, at least for me. So.
67 podiums, 20 pole positions, and your 10 GPs. It's a hell of a career so far for you, isn't it, when you actually stack those figures up?
I try to step back every now and then and look at the big picture. And yes, it's been hell of a ride so far. But I still feel like there's plenty more to come in the future, in the coming years, and I still have lots to achieve, lots to give for the sport. So that's the main thing on my mind.
What is the essential? I've got a couple more questions. We thank you so much for your time. What is the essential difference when you've gone from Williams to Mercedes and now to Stake F1, Team Kick Sauber? What are the essential differences between the teams, or just in terms of personnel, amount of work done, the science? Is it quite similar?
It's there's always a difference between different teams. So being now on my third racing team in Formula One, it's obviously cultural difference. Amount of people varies between the teams. So bigger teams tend to have more people. Facilities, they're always a bit different, and the working mindset can be a bit different. So it's always hard to say I mean, normally you prefer the team that is the fastest. That's how it goes. But I'm really enjoying working with this team, and now just what we need is better results.
Have you personally, do you feel like you've improved as a driver and that all of the other drivers are, say, better than they were even 4 or 5 years ago?
Yeah. It's a bit like with the technology and teams in this sport, that drivers also, you need to stay on top of your game. You need to keep improving and learning from every year something new to perform.